The knife that cuts the deepest usually comes from the hand you shake the most. Think about the people in your inner circle right now, your friends, your co-workers, even your family. They smile when you walk in the room. They like your posts on social media. They ask you how you are doing, but biology dictates that not everyone in your tribe wants you to lead. In the laws of human nature, envy is not just an emotion. It is a survival instinct. When you rise, someone else feels like they are falling. When you shine, someone else feels their own darkness growing. Most people are blind to this. They think a hater is someone who screams at them in the street. But a true enemy, a true saboteur, moves in silence. They don't attack you with a sword. They poison your tea. Today, we are going to expose the shadows. We are going to look at the 7 psychological signs that someone is secretly jealous of you. These are not guesses. These are behavioral patterns rooted in dark psychology. By the end of this video, you will see your relationships through a different lens, and you might realize that the person you trust the most is actually praying for your downfall. Let's begin. Sign number 1, the backhanded compliment. This is the most common weapon of the envious mind. It is passive aggression wrapped in a gift box. A jealous person cannot simply say, "Congratulations." It physically hurts them to give you pure praise. But they also cannot be openly mean because that would expose their jealousy. So they do both. They insult you while pretending to compliment you. It sounds like this. "Wow, you got the promotion. I'm surprised they picked you considering you don't have much experience." Or, "You lost so much weight. You look healthy now, not sick like before." Do you hear the subtle sting? They give you the validation you seek, but they attach a parasite to it. They want to remind you of your place. They want to lower your status while maintaining the image of a good friend. Psychologically, this is called leveling. They feel inferior to your success, so they must drag you down to their level to feel comfortable again. If you hear a compliment that leaves a bad aftertaste in your mouth, spit it out. It wasn't a compliment. It was an attack. Sign number 2, the downplayer. Have you ever shared exciting news with someone and their reaction was underwhelming? You tell them, "I just started my own business," and they reply with a flat tone, "Oh, cool. My cousin did that too. It's really risky though." They kill the vibe instantly. This is sign number 2, the downplayer. A jealous person refuses to acknowledge the magnitude of your achievements. If you worked hard for 5 years to buy a house, they will attribute it to luck. If you got a high score, they will say the test was easy. Why do they do this? Because if they admit that you worked hard, they have to admit that they are lazy. If they admit you are talented, they have to admit they are average. To protect their fragile ego, they must convince themselves and you that your success is accidental. They will strip away your agency. They will make your hard work look like a coincidence. Do not let them. Your victory is yours. Sign number 3, the absence at the finish line. This is the most painful sign to accept. There is an old saying, "They will be there for the struggle, but they will miss the victory." Some friends love it when you are down. They love to be the shoulder to cry on. They love to give you advice when you are broken. Why? Because when you are broken, you are below them. They feel superior. They feel needed. But watch what happens when you fix your life. Watch what happens when you don't need their help anymore. Watch what happens when you start winning. Suddenly, they are busy. Suddenly, they forgot to text back. Suddenly, they can't make it to your celebration party. Jealousy cannot survive in the light of your success. Your joy irritates their demons. If someone is always available when you are sad, but disappears when you are happy, they are not your friend. They are a fan of your misery. Sign number 4, the copycat. Imitation is not always flattery. Sometimes it is identity theft. Have you ever noticed someone who starts to adopt your mannerisms? They start dressing like you. They start using the same slang as you. They start pursuing the same hobbies as you, only after you made them look cool. At first, it seems cute, but looking deeper, this is a sign of intense envy. The jealous person has no sense of self. They look at you, and they see the ideal. They hate you for having it, but they are obsessed with becoming you. They want your skin. In extreme cases, this becomes dangerous. They will try to compete with you in your own lane. If you start a YouTube channel, they start one next week. If you buy a specific car, they buy a similar one. They are trying to replace you. They are trying to prove to the world and to themselves that they can do you better than you can. Be very careful with the copycat. They don't want to be like you. They want to be you. Sign number 5, the pessimistic advisor. This sign is tricky because it masquerades as protection. Let's say you have a big ambition. You want to move to a new city or invest in a new project. You go to this person for advice. Instead of encouragement, they give you fear. Are you sure that's a good idea? The economy is really bad right now. I heard most people fail at that. I just don't want you to get hurt. They use the guise of concern to plant seeds of doubt in your mind. They want to sabotage your potential before you even take the first step. Why? Because if you try, you might succeed. And if you succeed, you leave them behind. They are comfortable in their stagnation, and they want you to stay there with them. Misery loves company, but it demands company that doesn't outgrow it. If someone constantly lists the 100 reasons why you shouldn't do something, realize this: they are not protecting you from failure. They are protecting themselves from your success. Sign number 6, public humiliation masquerading as humor. It's just a joke, bro. You're too sensitive. This is the catchphrase of the covert narcissist and the jealous friend. Pay attention to how they treat you in public versus how they treat you in private. In private, they might be normal, but the moment an audience is present, especially an audience of people you want to impress, they change. They bring up embarrassing stories from your past. They make fun of your insecurities. They highlight a mistake you made 3 years ago. They use humor as a Trojan horse to smuggle in disrespect. They want to lower your social status in the hierarchy. By making others laugh at you, they feel a temporary rush of dominancy. If you confront them, they gaslight you. They make you feel crazy for being offended. But listen to your gut. Disrespect is never a joke, and someone who needs to make you look small, to make themselves look big, is the definition of a small person. Sign number 7, the evil eye. This is sign number 7. It is the most subtle, but the most primal. The eyes never lie. The mouth can smile. The voice can pitch up to sound friendly. But the micro-expressions in the eyes happen too fast to control. When you announce good news, look at their eyes immediately. For a split second before they put on their social mask, you will see it. A flash of coldness, a squint of disdain, a dead stare. It lasts for less than a second, but you feel it. The energy shifts. It feels like the air just left the room. Ancient cultures call this the evil eye for a reason. It is the physical manifestation of negative intent. If you catch someone looking at you with a mix of disgust and anger when you are celebrating, believe what you see. That is their true face, the smile that comes 2 seconds later. That is the mask. Conclusion. So, what do? You have identified a jealous person in your life. Do you confront them? Do you fight them? No, you do something far more powerful. You starve them. Jealousy feeds on attention. It feeds on information. The more they know about your life, the more ammunition they have to sabotage you. So you enter ghost mode regarding your happiness. You stop sharing your big wins with them. You stop telling them your next move. You become vague. You become boring. How is work going? It's fine. Same old, same old. What are you planning next? Not sure yet. Just taking it day by day. When you withdraw your energy, 2 things will happen. Either they will get bored and drift away, or they will explode and reveal their true colors. In both cases, you win. Your circle should be a fortress, not a cage. Surround yourself with people who mention your name in a room full of opportunities, not a room full of gossip. The path to greatness is lonely, but it is better to walk alone in the light than to walk with a crowd that is secretly pulling you into the dark. Keep your eyes open, keep your mouth shut, and keep moving forward.